Hello Aquarius, welcome back to Tatted Tarot. We're going to do your reading for this Memorial Day weekend. And we're going to see what the cards have in store for you. Alright, now we're going to start off with an Oracle card. Alright, we got 3 Oracle cards. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. Those Oracle cards will come into play at the end of the reading. You're going to pick one of those 3 Oracle cards. Whichever one speaks to you, number 1, number 2, number 3, pick one that is your card and we will get to it later. All right, Aquarius, we are going to get to your reading now. All right, let's start with what's going on right now, Aquarius. Let's see what's going on. Right now we got the Queen of Cups. Compassion, warmth, healer, intuition, supportive. All right, so it seems like right now, you're really passionate about something. Maybe you're focused on family. Maybe you're focused on your career. But right now it seems like you're really focused on something, Aquarius. What is that for you? Is it your family right now you're really focused on? You're giving a lot of time and attention to? Is it your job? Is it your work? What is it, Aquarius? What is it you're giving your time and attention to right now? I'm curious. All right, what are some challenges you're facing right now, Aquarius? We have the 4 of Cups. We have contemplation, feeling disconnected, discontent, and bored. Well, I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense. If you're really focused on something right now and you've been doing this for a while, you know, you've been really focused on your family for a while, or maybe you've been really focused on work for a while, you know, maybe you feel like you just run amok, you know, you feel like you're ready for something different, you're ready for something new, you're ready for a change, you know, whatever that change is. Feels like you're just ready for some excitement, you know. Feel like you've been tied up for so long, you're just ready for some excitement in your life. That's what I'm feeling. All right, what should you be focusing on, Aquarius? You should be focusing on the 7 of Pentacles. Harvest and rewards, result, growth, progress, patience, planning, and focus. So whatever this is that you seem to be giving a lot of attention to, you might be getting bored with it, but it's an ends to a means. You know, it's getting you where you need to go, and you know that it's good for you, even though at times you might feel like I want to be doing literally anything else right now. You know, but you know in the end this is what you should be doing. Even though sometimes you don't want to, which is completely understandable. You know, we can get bored once in a while when we just keep doing the same thing and giving all of our time and attention to one thing. It can really overtake us and become overwhelming a little bit. All right, Aquarius, your past. Let's see what was going on in your past. The High Priestess. Hidden knowledge, intuition, and mysterious. Ooh, what does that mean for you? What was going on in your past, Aquarius? That seems kind of like James Bondy a little bit, huh? Hidden knowledge. Was something kept from you? Is that what it is, Aquarius? Was something kept from you in the past and you found out about it? And because you found out about that thing, now you've been focused on this other thing and you've just been headstrong at this? You know, is that what's going on? I'm curious. Let me know. I feel like that's what the cards are telling me. You found out some information, and that is why you've been super focused right now on whatever this is you're focused on. All right. What are some strengths, Aquarius? Some strengths that you have are the 5 of Swords. Aggression, disputes, bullying, stress, conflict, and arguments. Wow. Well, seems like you need to go see a fucking counselor now, doesn't it? You fucking seem kind of angry. So it seems like you get your way, you know, whether you have to do it the easy way or hard way, you're gonna get it because that's what you want and you're gonna get what you want. So, I mean, that is a strength to have. It's just playing it appropriately, I think, is something that takes more finesse, something that's not always easy to do. But as long as you're doing it in the right way, you know how to get what you want, but as long as you're doing it in the right way. All right, Aquarius, what's in your near future? In your near future, we have the Fool. So it seems like you are like really open to something new in the near future. You know, you've been doing this for a while. You want something different. And it looks like you're really opening yourself up to something. You know, you're opening yourself up to something different, to learn something new, or maybe just take time for yourself. You know, seems like you have a new adventure that you want to go on and embark on. Big or small, you know, you have something that you just want to do to get away from all this that is stressing you out that you've been focused on for so long. Seems like in the near future you want to get some adventure in your life. All right. Now, what is your suggested approach? That is the Ace of Cups. New love, feelings, emotional awakening, intuition, and spirituality. So, seems like just be open to what's going to happen. You know, there might be some new love coming into your life. There might be, you know, some things that you learn that might make some things clearer. Or maybe you're just feeling like, you know, you should be going this way. You know, maybe your intuition is saying, hey, I really want to do this. I really want to focus on this. You know, that's what spirits are saying, that you should approach this situation. You know, follow what you want to do. You know, you've been doing this for so long. You know, you're looking to do something different. And spirits are saying, you know, maybe you should dive into it. Maybe you should dive into it and see what happens. You know, I'm not saying give up everything and like jump in head, just jumping in off the deep end, but maybe you should be open to it. You know, be open to dipping your toe in the water a little bit. I think that'd be a good idea. All right, what do you need to know? You need to know the Six of Swords. Leaving behind, moving forward, distance ahead. So maybe you are gonna, you know, really start to get into this new thing. You know, maybe you're gonna leave behind this thing that you're really bored with, that you've been doing, and you are gonna go on a new venture. So you're gonna be leaving behind and starting something new, starting something different. Interesting. So this whole reading, Aquarius, is about, so far, it's just about you doing the same thing over and over and over again, and you want something different, you're ready for something different. And it seems like you're about to move in that direction. You're about to move in that direction of, you know, you're tired of complacency. You want something different. You know, whatever that is for you, you're looking for something different. It looks like you're moving forward in that direction right now. So, what are your hopes and fears? The Two of Pentacles. Balancing resources, flexibility, and adaptation. So, you want something different, you're looking for something different, and you're just hoping that, you know, can you make this work? Feels like this has been so successful for so long, and if you go in this new direction, can you afford to go in this new direction? You know, is it gonna be there in the end? You know, or is it gonna leave you high and dry and then you're screwed? Seems like that's what you're worried about. You know, you're worried about if you do this, you know, are you really risking everything? Is it gonna pay off? Is it worth it? You know, am I gonna get what I want out of this? You know, and you worry that maybe you have to balance your finances for a little bit. All right. Now, your hopes and... No, we already did that. What do we have right now? Your potential future. Six of Pentacles. So, generosity, charity, support, sharing, giving and receiving, fairness and gratitude. So, it seems like whatever this is, it's gonna slowly get to where you want it to go to. You might have some support on the way. But it seems like if you just keep following in this direction, you're eventually going to get to where you want to go to. Seems like you shouldn't really be worried about it too much. I know you are, because you're pretty stable where you're at right now. And you're worried about losing this stability that you have right now for something that you're just not quite sure about. You know, is this going to work? Is it not going to work? You know, if you really put the effort into it, it seems like it's going to turn out the way you want it to in the end. So, worry is good, but just Just make sure if you're going to do it, be all in with it. You know, if you're going to do it, if you're really going to do it, then you can't half-ass it. All right, your oracle cards. Aquarius, number 1. If you chose number 1, your final message from Spirit is arrogance. Inability to see your flaws. Know your limitations while trying to learn and improve. So maybe it's got something to do with the fucking aggression card that came out earlier, huh? You know? So, it seems you need to do some self-reflecting if you chose card number 1. That's what spirits are saying. Seems like you need to do some self-reflecting and maybe calm your toot a little bit. All right, if you chose oracle card number 2, spirits want you to know materialism, which is relentlessly pursuing wealthy. Oh, no, yeah. Let's try that again. Relentlessly pursuing wealth and possessions and putting them above care for others. So don't get too focused on your material possessions. Don't get focused on trying to get the newest and best thing right now. Focus on banking it. Money's better in the bank. You can do more with it that way. All right, if you chose oracle card number 3, mental block. Fear of failure keeps you stuck. Break free from limits to unlock your potential. Kind of like what your reading was saying, you know, you're kind of worried if this new direction is going to work out or not. You don't know if it's going to work out or not. You know, but I feel like if you just go for it and see what happens, I feel like it's going to go in the direction you want eventually. Well, Aquarius, that's all I have for you from this Memorial Day weekend reading. If this resonated with you in any way, please like, subscribe, comment. Something would be nice, I guess. But I hope you have a great Memorial Day weekend. And until next time, I'll see you there. Take care.